My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Roguebook. Again, I would like to thank Nacon Gaming for sponsoring the video. The game is available to pre-order on Steam at the link at the very top of the description down below, and will also be available on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch at launch on June the 24th. Let's jump into a new run. So we have those progression upgrades that we got from the end of the last run, which should make things a little spicier. Especially the old alchemist in particular comes to mind as a way to make it very spicy. Hey you, what are you doing?
Don't waste my time.
Sifa, Blood Tyrant. Sifa can call upon the many devils he has bound to his will, forcing them to fight under his command. If they fail to please him, he's not above entering the fray himself. By transforming into a frightening devil, he can unleash devastating blows and powerful magic on those unfortunate enough to stand in his way. His base relic, his base treasure here, being whenever Sifa takes damage, he gains that amount of rage. We also have another unit standing up over here. Aurora the Mythmaker. Aurora guides her allies, empowering them and bringing out their maximum potential. If that proves not enough, she can call upon an army of frogs to fall down upon her opponents. Aurora might look fragile, but when she's in danger, she can turn back time and shrug off the damage as if it were all a dream. Aurora's teapot is once per battle. Click on Aurora to fully heal her. Oh. Neat, neat, neat. Well, seeing as I have gone with Sirocco before, and I've also played Sirocco previously in the Demathon, let's take Sifa here. Recruit or recruit legendary?
Wise choice.
Hello there, young one.
Okay. Let's use this as a replace. Brilliant. There. Interesting. So I can actually just play both of the new heroes over there instead then.
Let's go!
If I recruit you instead of like legendary recruiting you, what's the difference?
Fancy meeting you here.
Recruit legendary in that slot?
Let me finish my tea.
What is the difference? Legendary, what do you do? I need to know. So, like, here's a base Sirocco, right? We recruit the normal version of
Would you like some tea? Come along then.
That's the same stats. Sirocco, do you have the same stats as base?
You need a hand? Let's do this.
Yeah?
Hello there, young one.
Strange. I'll tell you what I'll do, just in case it is as I suspect, which is... My suspicion is that to recruit a legendary version of that character, you are getting like a difficulty modifier, effectively. So I'm going to recruit you over the character that I want to re-recruit down here, Sifa, as a legendary.
Very well.
All right, let's go out. Can I get Sifa leading the party instead, though? You know what? No, I kind of like the ordering of this. Although, will that determine the order in which they enter battles? That actually might determine the order in which they enter battles as well. And I definitely want to try and leave the other one in front, I believe, if possible here.
Good choice.
So you go there, you go there. We now have the base version of the party, right? And then you replace...
Fancy meeting you here.
Sirocco.
Don't waste my time.
You replace... there we go. Nope! It's apparently ordering them the same way. Alright. We just gotta leap ahead then. Thank you for this revelation. There's an ogre belt over there. We saw that in the last episode. And the gem silk scarf, which we also actually saw in the last episode of the equipped heroes. Played no cards this turn. Draw 3 additional cards next turn. Let's also have a quick look at the deck. Get a little bit well acquainted with the characters. We have Aurora, Sifa. Aurora, Sifa. Aurora, Sifa. Okay. Aurora has 2 defense, 2 strikes, and an impar. Increase the other hero's par by 3 for their next attack. Then Sifa has Absorb Soul, Charge, Attack for 16. Whenever this kills an enemy, gain 8 life. There's also another version of it. That's probably going to be related to the mechanics directly of Sifa. That does not double damage. It's 24 instead of 16, so it's a third extra damage, or sorry, a half extra from the base. And then again for the life, a half extra going to 12. We also have 2 strikes in here and 2 defends, all of those kind of basic and familiar. All right, Nacon, what do you have? Anything we need to plan around? Garbrian Warden is a unique ally. The first time the heroes swap each turn, draw a card. I do like that. I like draw engines wherever possible. Gain 5 block for each enemy is Wall of Mist, and then another unique ally here at the very end. Whenever you dissolve a card, dissolving a card is removing it until the end of combat. Think of it as similar to something like Consume or Exhaust. Deal 6 damage to a random enemy. Then down here we have Krog's Dinner. Ally, aggressive, so it will be attacking. When this is destroyed, heal Sifa equal to the ally's spirit. You may sacrifice this. And there's a version that also just has that ×2 in terms of its spirit. There's a Spinning Blade here. Attack all enemies for 4 twice. Yes. Love this. I want multi-hits and I want AoE. Multi-hit AoE right there. Perfect. Lord of Terror. An ally unique. Whenever any hero takes damage, I gain an energy. That's super cool too. Over here we have the Bloodfire Mask. The first time the equipped hero takes damage each battle, draw a card and gain energy. That seems like that'd be pretty good on Sifa. I feel like Sifa is going to be like a kind of healing tank situation. Whenever you play an ally, gain a power. Also, seems pretty good. And Crumbling Blade, which would make a huge amount of sense, especially with the Spinning Blade. We've seen that in the previous, though. Down here, we also see a new Shadow Crystal. Discard a card to reduce this card's cost by 1. Neat. Not going to be taking any of those just yet, but it's good to see the options we have available. Should I just start on taking on battles or pick something up from Vault of Wisdom? And then probably pick something up from Vault of Wisdom. Battletoads. Summon 10 frogs. Ally aggressive. At the end of each turn, this loses 1 spirit. Didn't we just get something that says whenever an ally summons... whenever you summon an ally, gain power? Didn't we just see that in here? Whenever you play an ally, gain 1 power. Summon 10 frogs. So here is the part that I'm not certain of. Is this going to count? I think it seems like it will, but there is the possibility that I'm not playing the ally. I'm playing a card that then plays the allies, or rather then summons the allies. We'll see. See how that one goes. All right, let's take on a normal battle with our resources. Okay, Sifa. Do we have any more information about you? Ah, there we go. Yes, Rage. When Sifa gets 25 Rage, his next card will use this Empowered mode. Okay, so that's what we were seeing previously, Empowered modes of cards. I'm going to want to defend Strike, or defend Battletoads. End of each turn, this loses 1 spirit. This is going to be a good way to have like a lot of dead allies and things like that, which can be neat as well. We already have that defense. There's no reason not to have thrown that defense down as well. Okay, I think we're just going to attack the frontline target 2 times. Yeah, especially because you're going to be defending this turn. Makes it a lot easier. Charge, attack for 16. If it kills an enemy, gain life. Charge, attack for 16. If it kills an enemy, gain life. Like, I can kill an enemy with it, but do I need to? The defend only defends for 6. I should be able to get through this fight without taking any damage. Impar. Freaks the other heroes. Attack by 3 for the next attack. Cool. For their next attack. Just exclusively their next attack. Okay. I do need to kill one of the enemies. And I can kill the backliner with the Empower, but then... Oh, but Aurora can full heal as well. So, okay, we'll use Empower. We'll use the Murder there. And then Aurora goes out front. Aurora is going to take 2 damage here, but once per battle, I click on Aurora to fully heal her. There you go. Get fully healed, and then we'll kill the enemy.
Well done.
If I could increase her max life pool... Just saying, seems like it'd be particularly powerful for us. Another normal battle over here. Let's see where our sky towers are positioned. It's fine, I guess. Some 3 tiles from being able to try and approach this down from the north, even, maybe? I think I'm going to look for another ink before I do anything with it. Attack for 16. We're exactly 1 short between those 2 on the old archer there. All right, fine. I'll play very simply right now. Don't need to let the game overwhelm me. Single defend is already enough, and I do want to kill that backliner pretty much guaranteed next turn. Throw out that Empower. So a basic strike for Sirocco will do it. Not Sirocco, sorry, Sifa. I'm just used to like big, small. Okay, that's Sirocco, that's Shara. Yeah, the strike will do it by base already. Sure. And then this is damage. Two defense is even enough already. I really do want to just throw down the Battletoads though and see what's up. Oh. Oh yeah, but it's 10 stacks of them. They're just not unique, so they all sit atop one another. So it will disappear next turn, I believe. Unfortunately, this strike can do 10, so like we can do 10 damage 2 times here. Right. What? No, you stay on the board? So when multiple allies of the same type are played, they count as one, ultimately. Interesting. Well, that makes Battletoads significantly better of an effect here. Every time I play it, it's just increasing the amount of damage it'll do. Ridiculously as well. Should use the Absorbed Soul there. I would have actually gotten HP back. Oh, oh, badly played, Ryan. Badly done. Doubling ink is so good. Like here, it's 3 tiles towards this Sky Tower, which I can then fill in with the Precision Ink. And it's 3 tiles towards this one, which I can fill 2 of those in with the Precision Ink. Narrative. Encounter a story. A smith has his back to you as he tirelessly works the forge. When you try to get his attention, he grunts and waves at you to choose a service. Socket a card of your choice. So I believe what that will do will add a extra socket to the card that I choose. I kind of want to add it to Battletoads and then try and make that ridiculously powerful. Let's do it. Cop an extra socket. 2 sockets.
Let me show you my moves.
The hammer rings, the sound coming from both inside and outside your head. This strange sensation continues for a few minutes, then the smith grunts in satisfaction and returns to his previous work. Alright, Sky Tower. We have a pile of gold. Nate, what do you got up here, though? Hopefully something a little more... okay. That definitely qualifies. Previous was a very small amount of gold. This is a much larger amount of gold. That Ogre Belt, I guess, would be okay on C4. I've seen a couple expensive cards there. I kind of want to decrease the cost of the Battletoads, though. I could do that. I could very, very well do that, in fact. There is a gem currently on offer in the store. If I pay a discard, I will be able to do that. Are there any other normal battles I've already discussed? Okay, well, there's one there. This discovers 7 tiles for us. This discovers 6. This gets us within 1 brush of going for the Gem Silk Scarf. I feel like the Gem Silk Scarf is not super likely to be used a lot, but also I want to know more about my deck before I get it, because, you know, maybe Aurora is playing every single card and I'm just tanking with Sifa most of the turns. Who knows? No more information really available down here. But what I can do is learn if this works. All right, Sifa, are you now the most powerful thing to ever exist? We'll see. Frontliner is going to get weak at the end of the turn. I'll go for full defense. Power up your next attack as well. Do I want to be in the front line still? Do I want to take damage? I can get Aurora to take this damage. It's just next turn I've got Battletoads, and then what else am I playing, right? Like, I like Aurora trying to get down to 2 HP and then heal with the once per battle. That seems like a very, very good utilization of those effects. I also don't want to use my Empower while I have weak. There's our Battletoads. Didn't work that way. That's unfortunate. Damn. That's a lot of investment into a thing that is not helping us. So now what I need to do is try and find allies that I actually do want to play with Aurora so that I can actually make some usage of this. There's no way that I could just swap it across to Sifa, right? Despite the fact Sifa doesn't really have anything for it either at the moment. Absorb Soul would move us to the front. I mean, I definitely don't want the vulnerable character standing in the front next turn here. It seems like a good way to die. Although it also does seem like it's very likely we kill the enemy first. Hey, Absorb Soul! I will actually be able to get some healing out of it. Nice. Heal back up to full. Beautiful. Love to see it. Explosive Ink. Consume Brush. 3 tiles around yourself. I I don't need that here. I position myself such that this would actually still get us to the Gem Silk Scarf. Let's go check over in this direction if there's a tile that looks very, very likely to provide a large amount of value out of that. Gosh. To be frank, I just want inks right now. I have not found enough normal encounters. Another Battletoads? Do I really want to do that? It's a giant hit against the frontliner each turn, but the problem is sometimes enemies will summon frontliners. Windfall. Ranged. Gain 3. So ranged means it'll cost less, 1 less, that is, when played from the back. If I then also decrease the cost of this using other resources somehow, I can float energy. Retain to gain 0 rage rather. Rage equal to the size of your draw pile. And dissolve.
I like this one.
I'm gonna go for Windfall, and I'm looking for gems that'll really make that one pop off. That gets us so many tiles. Do it. So many tiles, but not too much available in them. Triton Trainer. At the start of your turn, the back hero gains power equal to Triton Trainer's spirit value. There's also another Battletoads. Whenever you draw or play this, summon 3 frogs. Okay, yes, Tiki Totem would have gotten absolutely ridiculous if it was counting the frogs. Yes, definitely true. Back hero's power equal to Triton's. Ugh.
Let me show you my moves.
I'm gonna take those frogs, I think. All right, let's head over here and get the Gem Silk Scarf, I believe. It feels like the character I'm gonna play the least cards from is gonna be Sifa right now. So
interesting.
Let's play around that. And then I do still want to decrease the cost of... Did I take the... Yeah, I did take the energy card. Cool. That would be Shadow Crystal I'd be looking for there. I really want Crumbling Blade and the Spinning Blade as well, though. Oh, and Bloodfire Mask is pretty good, too. Gosh. I'm trying to go in every direction, and unfortunately, when you go in every direction, the only time you can actually go in every direction is when you are drawn and quartered, so I hope not to share that fate. So many brushes to get down there. I can get a brush from there. I need more normal battles, and I just can't find them. Fine. It's so far. No. I guess I go to the elite battle now. I really wanted that Ogre Belt. Feral Kodama is intending to attack here. Well, let's Battletoads first. I can use the empowered version of Sifa's next card, but like it's going to be Absorb Soul, which isn't even going to do that much here. Fine, defense. The empowered version of the next card would come out if I let the enemy just attack me unblocked there. Okay. I can get empowered, and then I will gain 1 excess energy. Pop the familiar out as well. Defend our way to the front line. I guess the thing that I have most going on right now is frogs. As long as I heal you before the end of the battle, you can actually just tank this 10 too. Which is more draw for the next turn. And then every time we draw the familiar, it's getting even more frogs. Look, this... In single target fights, this is a viable way for me to be playing right now. Not going to be viable in non-single target fights, though. I'll tell you that much for free. Get that 3 energy back. Yeah, it's 30 against you because you're vulnerable, so I do not want you to be out in front, if possible here. Defend, get myself back to the front line. Throw in one more defend, and sure, I'll get a couple more of those families out. Are you just permanently vulnerable? Or did Feral Kadama reapply that with that attack? Give you the extra in par. 25. Still not enough. Unfortunately, I don't really get to choose. There's that kill. Ah, perfect. Okay, this is good. Aurora does automatically use the legendary heal pot at the end of a fight, just in case you haven't. Good. Good. We'll take a treasure here. Whenever the equipped hero deals 12 damage in a single hit, inflict 3 bleed. I mean, look, that seems like a Sifa through and through right there. Although it does ask me to use Sifa more than I clearly intend on. Okay. Would 2 brushes even get me to this relic over here? Explores 2 tiles. Explores 2 tiles. Yeah, it would. It also gets me a Radiant Heart, as well as to another normal battle, so I can get another ink. Costs 2 or more gain block. The thing is, Aurora is actually doing that right now.
I like it.
Well, let me give that to Aurora so that when we summon those Battletoads, we are all good. I mean, also Windfall counts for that too, so... Windfall, 4 block. Battletoads, 4 block. I just wish I could absorb Soul on one of these enemies right now. Can't, unfortunately, but... Let's rather defend. Ow. 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 Ooh. This one has now got a shield for itself also. Really does feel like I'm mostly going to benefit here from going full Aurora. And we can also get that excess draw. I'm also just going to pop that shield so you take 15 to the frogs rather than not taking anything to the frogs. There we go. Absorb Soul is perfect. Can I follow it up with anything else? Yeah, 7 14s, 21. Then I'll just leave this on the board. Beautiful. Kill. Also gains a heal. Use that strike there. Gains that kill. This one seems pretty straightforward. We'll defend. And now we get to watch it die. Try to heal up and then let her rip. Take another victory and a doubling ink. Doubling ink would allow me to... Oh, no, that I already have access to that area. God. Normal battles down here. Unfortunately, I'm blocked by the environment from getting out to them. I would have to reveal a normal battle with the doubling ink basically to get any use. So instead, is there any area where the doubling ink is going to get us 6 spaces? It would have to be one of these areas, right? Something with a narrow line in the middle. It's not really going to help, even if it does give us everything in every direction right there. Okay, I guess I have to settle for 5 tiles discovered with this. Yeah, nothing incredible either. Enchantress. Ally unique. When you play a card, discount that card's cost by 1 until the end of the battle. There's also a foresight here. Gain 14 block, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. And equilibrium. Attack for damage equal to Aurora's life, and then gain block equal to Aurora's missing health. I'm taking the Enchantress. That'll also unlock a talent tier for us. Summon a copy of the first allied played each turn. But Enchantress is unique. That's not going to work, right? You can only play this ally if you have... Wait, you cannot play this ally if you already have a copy in play. Okay, so here's where we get into the nuance of the wording of cards and of tooltips. Because Aurora summons frogs from battle toads and from familiar, right? Summons them. Doesn't play them, which means that it does not trigger Tiki Totem. It's also possible that what's happening is whenever you play an ally card, gain 1 power, and the words play and summon are interchangeable. But play and summon aren't interchangeable in a huge amount of games, right? Often they are different. Play implies that you are playing it out of your hand. Summon is any way to have gotten it onto the board. Here is why I say that, because I would not be playing an additional copy. It would be summoned. Right? Mirror Magic, summon a copy of the first allied played in battle. Enchantress, unique. You cannot play this ally if you already have a copy in play. I'm going to try that, and we'll see. To be entirely honest, I suspect it's not going to work, but I need to know, how is it dealing with summon? How is it dealing with play? I'm going to have to explore these kinds of things so that I then know in the future how better to plan around them. Dark Thoughts, once per battle, Sifa gains 10 rage and moves Sifa to the front. That's pretty cool too. And then we got the party. Sifa's got a star next to their name as well. I guess that makes them the leader of the party. Is that what's...
I'll show you how.
Oh yeah, that's the leader of the party. Cool. And Heroic Bond, both heroes gain a power. I'm going for Mirror Magic, and we will see how the Enchantress deals with that. I think I'm also just going to try and get 2 more cards in this deck. Krog's Dinner, ally, aggressive. When this is destroyed, heal Sifa, equip the Arrow Spirit. You can just sacrifice this. Yeah, we've seen that one prior. Ritual Strike, melee combo, so it'll cost 1 less when it's played in front. Attack for 10 and gain 3. Oh, neat. This is strange, though. Both of these are showing the empowered version of the card to be exactly the same. And then over here we have Devil Strike. This is showing a difference. Attack all enemies versus attack the leading enemy and gain 5 block per hit. I'm going to go Ritual Strike.
If you say so.
Seems good. And then we'll claim another card from the vault out here. Wit Strike. Draw a card. Attack for 2x your hand size. Yes.
Let me
That's
show
super
you
cool.
my move.
Because a lot of the time we are increasing the hand size just with the Gemsilk Scarf first off. So that's like 16 damage and draw a card. That's pretty good. Web. At the start of each turn, reduce the power of the front hero by 1, and that lasts until the end of the fight. All right, here we go. Did it count? Summon a copy of the first ally played each battle. Whenever you play a card, it's not that cards. So if I now impar then defend, discard pile shows the defend at its base cost of 1. That might not be the actual case. It may not have updated its effect effectively. Reduce the power by 1. Cool. So I do want to try and get to the back line so I can use the Windfall. Go and defend. Windfall, Wit Strike to draw a card and attack 2x the hand size. And then definitely get a Battletoads out there. We are fully enraged. Why is the empowered version of Ritual Strike the same as the base version? Windfall did get its cost decreased, but it only got decreased by 1. The ally did not get summoned 2 times. That makes sense to me because the keyword unique implies that you should not be able to get another one of them on the board in any way. However, the way that we'd seen summon and play work prior made me feel like, maybe there's an edge case here that you can exploit. A lot of deck builders are about exploiting as many edge cases as you possibly can. But then add on top of that, this confirms that the reason the Tiki Totem did not play, or at least in my mind confirms, the reason the Tiki Totem did not give me any power is because we have to play an ally card to trigger it. Savvy? All right. Let's start out with Windfall, gain bunch energy, and then use a Ritual Strike to gain another bomb. Oh, it's different. I wasn't looking at the number in the little box. It's gain 3 and it upgrades to gain 5. The Ritual version is different. Good. Yeah, I'm going to move myself to the front as well. So the thing is, if I want to make maximum usage of the Enchantress, what I need to do is basically never play a card from Sifa. I could do that. Increase the power of the enemies. Sure. Actually, sorry, we'll do Wit Strike first. But I also do want to just attack him. We can do that on later battles. It's also decreasing the cost of the other character. Interesting. Whenever you play our card. Yeah. So it's not specific to just Aurora. Which means that I guess what I really want in this deck is just a bunch of draw. Which was why I was trying to say Sifa shouldn't attack so that I get 3 additional cards per turn. But we'll see how easily we can find other sources of draw in this game. up by 3. Attack. I'll swap myself to the front line. It's not going to matter because Frog's going to do the business for us. Get him, Frog. Whole ass pile of gold, a stack of pages. We'll take a brush, a vial of rejuvenation for the full heal on our characters. But we maintain the rage. So what I should have done is tried to make sure that I got a full tick of rage before the end of that fight. We'll take a treasure, Urn of Gabriel, we've seen prior. Krog's Crown. Whenever the equipped hero plays a card that costs 2 or more, draw 2 cards.
Oh,
For the first cycle, that's going to be a lot of draw. Reflective Diamond. If this card gains block, attack the leading enemy equal to the amount gained. And then there's also a Tidal Force. Attack for 15. If Aurora is at full life, it costs 1 less. Wall of Mist. Block for each enemy. And then Repulse. Gain block equal to 3 times your hand size. Oh, it really seems like she's playing around draw here. I'm doing it.
This one.
We'll do that one. Let's get another talent tree at the end of your turn. Aurora heals life equal to your hand size. Start about each battle. See if it gains 10 rage. Start each battle with a storyteller. I think I actually want that. Get an extra storyteller. Over to the next floor and see how we can make this all work together. Hey, Adam. What you got for us? All the equipped heroes' cards gain retain. Both heroes gain protection, dissolve. I imagine that's full protection for the turn, like no damage to us. Double an ally's spirit, dissolve. That's multiplicative on the old frogs. Another familiar right there. Draw 2 cards, then put a card atop your deck. Then put a card atop your decks. Attacks on this card do +3 damage, reduce cost. Shuffle this into your deck, the Gem of Ripples. Put that on a familiar. Anytime we play it, it just goes back into the draw pile to get played again. So your deck is shuffled the first time. We've seen that one prior. Ogre Toe. Whenever the equipped hero plays a card that costs 2 or more, deal 5 damage to all enemies. It seems like what we're doing is expensive casting on Aurora as a priority. I like that. I like that. Shuffle this into your deck. So the thing about shuffle this into your deck is if we are going to be doing this combo casting, what we really need to actually be able to support it is going to be extra energy, right? If Windfall shuffles back into the deck every single time we play it, well, that's a lot of extra energy. Cannot afford the ability to make that one happen just yet. Over here we have Kalim's Amulet. At the start of each battle, add 5 of Kalim's Prayer to your deck. Unfortunately, we can't see what that is. And Sturdy Shell up here. Whenever the equipped hero takes damage, gain 5 block. That'd be really good on Sifa. That actually might be the one that we probably want to target first. It's not like we're heavily focusing on defending at all. Okay, so you don't... Yeah, you don't count as played, so you also don't use the mirror magic. That makes sense as well. Nice. And then we use a Ritual Strike, gain 3 extra energy. Got 6 energy for this turn if I play the Repulse. That's not going to count the draw first, is it? Actually don't know how that triggered. Like, dang. Draw a card. Then deal the damage. I guess Familiar, Tidal Force. Strike. Yeah, that'll do. There's our Enchantress. When you play card, discount its cost. Yep. Also draws us some cards to have done. Yeah, the Empower. I will use a Storyteller so that I can play the Battle Frogs. Do I really want to do that? Or is it just double defend? Might just be double defend. Yeah, it's double defend. Not only that, but it's very clearly double defend. Was it though? Because Aurora could have taken that hit. Ah, it's very clearly not double defend, apparently, now. As far as I'm concerned. Windfall draws 2 cards. Battletoads draws 2 cards. Gain block equal to 3 times your hand size. 18. Okay. We gained 18, and then we got 4 extra from the Ogre Belt. So, what this is telling me is that at no point, right? No point whatsoever? Yeah. It seems like at no point do other things interfere in the order of a card's resolution. Which is to say, if the start of a card says, you know, deal a damage, and then it says deal a damage afterwards as well. So it's just deal 1 damage, deal 1 damage. But I have a artifact and a ally out that both say, if you deal a damage, increase your power by 9,000. Then neither of those will make that second instance of 1 damage deal 9,001 damage. I need you to know I tried to make that as clear as I possibly could, but I definitely screwed up. I guarantee. There is no interference in the resolution of a card. Hit him with the old defend, and a strike, and then a ritual strike. For a wee bit of it back. One more strike, an absorb soul, which I wish had done damage, and then murder. Ooh. 3 tiles. Straight line. Hmm. 4 tiles from here would have been good. Explode, take that. Do we have a... Ooh, we do have a vision up here. That's why I don't like collecting those early so much. Because you might discover tiles that otherwise already would have been discovered by something like a Sky Tower. Gives you an Orb of Faria. If this was a 2-way 3-piece, I would do it here to move up in this direction. But it's only a single 3-piece. There's a 125 here that I wanted to purchase. Shuffle this into your deck. And that is going to go on Windfall. I'd love to get the Enchantress somehow reliably in our opening hand as well. Getting to that Sky Tower is currently going to require me using a brush basically next to it. Like, I'm going to significantly decrease the value of it. Doesn't feel good. Neither of the towers are going to cover that area, so sure. I think I just have to lump it, unfortunately. I'll take that Radiant Heart and a wee bit of extra gold. Head my way over to this normal battle. Ah, yes, the Nekomata, the ones that are going to get easier for us to kill over time. Or rather, as we attack them. I don't retain energy in any way, do I? No, I don't believe I do. But do I want to go to the front with a wall of mist? Probably not. In my turn. This is why. Oh my god, is this ever why? Enchantress? Thank you. And then I will Ritual Strike, 3 extra energy. Repulse is a lot of defense right now. Let's do it. $32. I know the bottom card of the deck is the Windfall. The only problem is I know that I also can't really utilize it this turn if I draw it. Sure. I'll just Tidal Force some damage then. If I use the Storyteller to throw out a strike, though, that strike just comes back later, 0 cost. Hello, Windfall. Did Sifa play something that last turn? I thought I specifically prevented them from playing anything last turn. Sifa, you dog. Well, it's actually going to make this a hell of a lot more awkward. Shovel that into the draw pile, draw 2 cards. Don't want to pop Empowered out. I wanted to put that back down into my hand. Didn't want to pop it out just yet, though. Because I might have ended up drawing a card later somehow that... One sec. Show you. Could have ended up drawing a card later that somehow cared about the size of my hand. So if I didn't interplay that at the time, I was going to play it at the time. But I guess I did. Throw out a Battletoads here. Ooh. It's a combo as well. We defend, moving to the front line. We use a Tidal Force, making Ritual Strike cost 0. We use Ritual Strike. 16, 7. We're just short. Oh, no, wait, we're fine. Storyteller, strike, strike, absorb soul. Gain some HP back, thank you. Explosive Ink as well as a wee bit of gold. Explosive Ink would get me up to that Sky Tower, but would also use almost all of the space the Sky Tower is about to present back to me. Just doesn't seem too valuable. Like, it's at maximal value, like, right here. Ish. Maybe 1 tile down. Yeah. Oh. So little discovered. Well, I do need to get normal fights for inks right now. The thing is, if I can't get much value out of these, I am going to croak. Especially because we spent a lot of our money on things that ultimately did nothing for us. Or rather, a lot of our resources, not necessarily just money. Let's go for a Wit Strike here. You are Nacon Gaming. You intend to use a buff. Strike for draw. Let's use the Windfall here, shuffling it back into the draw pile. Nice. Is there a maximum hand size I need to worry about right now? Let's get Enchantress out too, drawing 2 more cards again. Battletoads wants to happen also. Just for the sake of the draw, if nothing else. It's also just a lot of damage. Nice. That is what I wanted to draw as well. We use the Storyteller. We play Windfall from the back. Draw a bunch more cards. This is a hand of 10 cards right now. Okay, so I do need to discover if there is a max hand size. So I'm going to play Repulse, which is going to try and draw 2 cards. It can only draw 1. Max hand size is 10. Got it. Unfortunately, that is also just going to limit our turn a little bit to have done that. But as I made the case earlier, it is still true. I need to know how these things work. Let's go for a Tidal Empower. This is ranged, yes. Oh, but if I play this right now without moving to the back line, it will draw cards for us. And then I can play Absorb Soul and draw this back. Okay, cool. That's what we do. Absorb Soul. Then I will Wit Strike. That's our Windfall back. Good to see. Unfortunately, I actually did make Ritual Strike cost less than it needed to draw, but fortunately, we also do just straight up have lethal. Seems pretty fortunate to me. Ooh, Royal Ink. Beautiful pickup right there. Still probably don't want to use it for that Sky Tower, because now it's a lot of wastage of ink. 5 tiles down in this direction, and then just an explosion would actually be like a lot of discovery. What is Kalim's Prayer? Let's find out. Stack of pages as well as some gold. Kalim's Prayer. Oh, it draws 2! It's actually incredible. I'm going to pop this, getting that normal battle. Orb of Faria. Gain an energy on your first turn. Gathering more orbs upgrades your orb. Incredible. Incredible, perfect, excellent. Beautiful, even. There's a Windfall. What a windfall. Oh, Kalim's Prayer could even draw us back into the Windfall. Enchantress, everything's going to cost less. Oh, baby. These are Fugu. They seek revenge if their friend is killed, so I should probably seek to kill both of them at the same time. Maybe I can Kalim's Prayer right now. Familiar summons some frogs for us. We use a Wall of Mist. I could Repulse, but I think I actually might just want to get some more damage live. We don't need to be doing that light speed. Defend our way to the front line, then use Windfall before we Kalim's Prayer, so we can draw Windfall again this cycle of the deck. I like that. Oh, no, that recycled the deck anyway. Play the Familiar out, and then a Ritual Strike, gaining even more energy back again. Kalim's Prayer draws its cards. The Wit Strike will also draw a card and then deal damage based on it. Let's use Battletoads first. Ooh, another windfall. Beautiful. Get that back into the draw pile. Impara again. Then we'll use a repulse to move ourselves to the front. Right? It's a full defense. Also increases the size of our hands so that the wit strike is even more damage. 19. Now, I did say I probably want to be spreading this damage out, right? And then I decided to not do that for no reason. The answer is I did that for no reason. So I should not do that and undo that. Do other things for reasons this time. Frontliner is dead this turn if I want to throw a strike at him, though. Revenge is you've gained 10 power. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. Let's defend to move you to the front, and then you can... Actually, we'll windfall, and then you can ritual strike. Nice. 5. Yeah, that's not going to work. Use that to draw... Excuse me? Oh, right. Wrong character did it. Because the poison still gets the kill. So does the frog. Or rather, so do the frogs. Doubling ink. Exactly what I was asking for prior. Do I still have the location where it is going to be most useful? I believe not. It wasn't over here, was it? Nope. Well, I can use it just to reach the Sky Tower, and absolutely should do this just to reach the Sky Tower. It's most discovery I'm going to get before the end of the level. Sturdy Shell would have been lovely. Actually, I can get the Sturdy Shell as long as I fight the elite over here. Don't die in said fight. Come on. Pop your dukes up. Lamacorn has regeneration. It's going to heal for 10 and intends to use a major debuff this turn. It's the Enchantress. In this fight, I should just be summoning toads, right? Mm-hmm. This fight's just about how many toads can I get out so that I can overwhelm the enemy. I can guarantee it. Ah, yeah. Friendship. Maybe we can be friends. They have trashed my deck something fierce. That is going to be really annoying for us. There you go, Windfall. Draw some more cards for us. Use a Wit Strike. Damage. Windfall. Beautiful. Why did that Windfall draw a card? It cost 1 at the time. It shouldn't have drawn a card. Yeah, that one didn't draw a card. It cost 1. Maybe there's some other draw effect here that I wasn't considering. Column's Prayer. Windfall. Yeah, didn't draw a card that time. Huh, strange. Hey, Windfall! If I had the ability to retain this energy, it would be ridiculous, but we don't. It's starting to feel like Enchantress actually might be a negative. Specifically right now, in this hand, it feels that way. Obviously, if all of these were other cards, it wouldn't feel as similar, I don't feel. Definitely, unfortunately, muted my own draw there. Gonna try and hold off on playing cards for Sifa for a wee bit. Oh, you're going for a major buff this turn? Nice. Let's go Absorb Soul into Battletoads, into Ritual Strike for free, gaining the energy back such that I can cast pretty much anything else. Aurora, honestly, you can heal right now, and then we'll be able to use the Tidal Force as well as something else. Tidal Force Strike. Yeah, I guess I could, but let's start with a Repulse for a wee bit more draw. Windfall, and yeah, I can cast all of them anyway. Get 'em, frogs! I can find more cards that just say the keyword draw on them. This is going to be so good. Because in the first 2 cycles, I can make my whole deck cost nothing. Seems it's pretty good, actually, if you can do that.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, llama. The treasure energy is stored between... I now just need to find the most expensive cards that I can. Do we have anything that I'm overlooking down here at Nardum? Top 2 cards, put something on top of the deck. Hey, Force Field dissolves, unfortunately. Chosen One, Double Analysis Spirit, dissolve. The upgraded version of this doesn't dissolve, apparently. Another Ritual Strike, not really necessary. All the equipped heroes' cards gain retain. No. Yeah, I'm toying around the max hand size a lot right now as well. I'm actually leaning more closely towards just using Vaults of Wisdom, like every Vault of Wisdom, in fact.
You're mine.
Oh! I found a Golden Fairy. It has taken control of my brush. I need to chase it away. Deal damage to this in exchange for gold. You see, the thing about that is
Very
that
well.
I don't have any brushes left to use, but I will fight you for gold. This creature gains 20 block each turn and earn gold dealing damage. Earn gold rather equal to the damage dealt to the Golden Fairy. Defeating the fairy rewards a bonus 50. Looks like we have 3 turns of the enemy skipping their turn here. Okay. Keep drawing, keep drawing. Let's go Familiar, and then... Actually, I do want Ritual Strike to have a cost, don't I? No, because it doesn't draw! This is not on the right character to draw. I gave up my next turn's draw. What? Wait, I retain energy. I definitely shouldn't play that final turn. Okay, calm. I'm feeling like a Battletoads. Storyteller hits a Windfall out for us. Putting the Windfall back into the draw pile. We use Wit Strike, hoping to draw the Windfall. We do not. Repulse is a lot of card draw right now, but maybe I just want to go like Tidal Force. Yeah. Tidal Force, Strike. We get another 15 damage out of the frogs. 58 damage this turn. Enchantress makes no sense to play right now, so I'm fine without that. Popping that extra energy back into the draw pile. I mean, Enchantress could just draw 2 cards, like at the very end. That's mainly, in my mind, the absolute least its usage here. Prayer, 2 times over. Still not really what I was looking for there. 17 damage we have represented on the board. I mean, I may as well get the Storyteller out. Enemy's only skipping one more turn. Actually, although it seems they're probably going to do this, skip their turn, and then next turn they have a flee action, which means I definitely have the kill here. Fine. I'm just going to go extra familiar and then strike. I'm going to strike 2 times with you. Fine. Lethal this turn. Really feels like I should be using the store. All of their cards gain retain. Only problem is I actually want to cycle real hard, constantly. Draw 2 cards, then put a card atop your deck. I'll tell you what, draw 2 cards, put a card atop your deck, and then familiar. Like, you put that atop your deck, you draw back into it, put that atop your deck, draw back into it. The only thing is, it's 3 frogs, which is quite small. So, while that seems good, it also seems, fine. I can take Force Field. I probably should take Force Field. Free turn. Free turn plus draw 2. Or I can save my money for the next floor. Let's get some of... Do I want to get anything from Volta? Well, I can skip. I can skip. Ranged. Reduce an enemy's power by 2, draw a card. Frenzy charge. Attack the front enemy for 8 3 times. Nice. Very nice. Still not wanting to really invest much at all into Sifa. Reduce all enemies' power by 2 this turn. Nice. As long as this draws a card.
Is it a frog?
It's good enough. These are going to be pretty hard. Summon a brute. A brute is a 5-spirit aggressive. Other than that, it charges attacks for 15. Another frenzies. Strength. Reduce an enemy's power by 4 until the end of turn. Heal 4 life, dissolve. I'm still skipping those. I'm very much focused on this whole Aurora sitch we've got going on. Increase a hero's power or an ally's spirit by 1. Flame Blast is just thick damage. Even better when Sifa is actually raging. I think I'm going to skip on that one. Another card selection up here. I'm looking for things related to drawing. Enemy for 4 twice. Front enemy 2. No. Every card that isn't related to drawing or related to something else that we're trying to accomplish here.
Let me show you my moves.
Is a card between me and the rest of the deck that we've already demonstrated really flows like butter.
Good.
Hence holding off. Scrambling Beam. Whenever the heroes play a card, discard and redraw their hand. Whoa! Are you going to redraw the same amount of cards that we dropped, though? You have to. It would make no other sense, right? Let's test it. With Strike. I draw a card. It goes off. I've drawn 5 back. Okay. And then if I mean, Battletoads definitely just... Battletoads. Okay, now I got 6 cards in hand. You have drawn 6 cards back. Which means Enchantress is absolutely... Whoa. We do or do not want? I don't know. Do I want her or not? Sure, go out on the field. I guess. This will get me back to my familiar consistently as well. Reduce an enemy's power by 2. There you go. Draw a card. Windfall is still in the draw pile, so I'm actually going to choose to end my turn here rather than trying to, cycle for a bunch of 0 costs. Because if I can gain a bunch of energy with those cards as well, oof, baby. Also, we did just get that rage effect, which is huge. Yeah, because this is going to give us 5 back now. Love it. Ah, okay, so the enemy has modes they shift between. Right. Okay, so unfortunately that does mean that we don't get to use that plan as I'd previously hoped. There's our Windfall. There's columns for the draw there. Sure, I get a familiar on the board, I guess. God, that's a lot to defend against is the thing, though. 5 block for each enemy. 6 block basic. 6 more block. And then what? I'm just 12 damage in a single hit. None of yours do 12 damage in a single hit right now. Guess I just let you take that damage. I'm not thrilled about it, but oof. Seems necessary. Thankfully, you are now back in rage mode. Inflict weak and vulnerable, then swap the heroes before attacking. But you aren't attacking this turn, so... That one's a weird one. Ought not affect us. 5 whole energy right there. You'll love to see it. Columns prayers, even still here. Power down, -2 power, 1 turn. What? Reduce an enemy's power by 2. It does not say for this turn. I took that card based on the value of being able to just spam it out consistently and decrease the enemies everything eternally. Because there are other cards that say decrease their power by 4 this turn. Actually, we saw one, the Sifa card. It said decrease their power by 4 for this turn. So I was certain this was going to be permanent, but no. Duration 1. That would be neat if it were clarified. I guess I could Repulse. Repulse would exclusively be for the draw right now, but that's fine. Ooh, sorry, I should have maxed out the size of my hand before using Wit Strikes. Get a Battletoads out there. Do I want to damage you with the backliner? Not really. I think I still prefer the draw. This turn, you reflect 2 damage to your... Okay, apparently I don't get the draw. Guess I did play something from Sifa. Deal 2 damage to attackers. I think at this point it only makes sense to just wait and use the frogs every single turn. It's a lot of damage. I need to get to Repulse. That's what we're really looking for right now. I don't really want to shuffle this back into the deck. Like, I have enough energy. Is that gonna... Oh, that's the Mega Claw as well? Oh, God. Oh, we don't have access to more draw right now, do we? Nope. Oh, I should not have swapped heroes' positions right there. Uh-oh. Well, one of the heroes was going onto the ground this turn, no matter what. But now we're in the realm of the possibility of both of them. Actually, it doesn't even look like a possibility right now. It just looks like a certainty. Yep. 12 away from having conquered that second floor right there, but we now, again, understand more about the interactions between these cards and also have managed to explore two of the new characters here. Two of the characters I had no experience with prior from the old Demathon, aforementioned. We can now discover volatile gems, which can be used in battle. Increases the chance of each sight rune to be a super sight. Hides an alchemist in each chapter. Alchemist can transform one of your cards into a new powerful card. Hides an additional alchemist in each chapter. You know what? I think that actually might be one of the most impactful things I can do. Either that or extra treasure. Place an extra visible treasure in each chapter. Oof. Oof. That's good too. Ooh, these replace base cards as well. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Okay. I think gain a randomly assigned treasure at the start of each run. Okay, I can either see another one or I can have another one. I'm gonna have another one. I think that's a pretty dang clear one for us right there. I guess I should also... Yeah, I should also pop another Farrier Well as soon as possible. That was particularly important. I do like front-loading a lot of the effects, so I would probably run down the line of those quite quickly. Now, as we've seen, we've used all of the 4 heroes that we currently appear to have seen and have access for. And all of them are just about to level now. So that means in the next episode, we are going to be able to check out what happens when a hero levels. But for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Roguebook. You can see in the top of the description down below the link to pre-order the game on PC on Steam. Again, it is also coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch on launch on June the 24th. Thank you again to Nacon Gaming for sponsoring the video. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.